This NFL Props Week 10 edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's hooking up new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with the code SGPN.
This is Coach June Jones, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Fucking shine box.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog.
Working some serious overtime this week, Sean.
Yeah, we got to
serious overtime.
Just did our.
Who's paying this?
Yes.
Who's paying the bills?
The man. Just did our bonus college basketball picks episode. Make sure you check that out. Joining us here, hanging out from the Bottom Line Bombs podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network, Mr. CJ Sullivan. What's happening, CJ?
What's up, fellas? Good to be back. I missed last week. I had to run out to the. I thought it was even further than San Diego. It was Malibu.
Wow!
A comedy show in Malibu, and there's just impossible to get there at 7 p.m. and doing
those canyon roads.
Yeah. Doing anything before 1 o'clock, you're just not gonna. It's not gonna be able to get done. So I had to do what I had to do.
Yeah, years ago when I was just I was still going to Cal State Northridge. I desperately needed a part-time job, and I got a job in Malibu. So I was commuting I was commuting from Northridge to Malibu to work at a copy store for $11 an hour. It's like never really thought the math.
Try to explain that to a young person.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Just the idea that you would
drive 45 minutes each way.
Commute to a job you didn't want to do for money that you was not very good.
It was very bad money. The plus side was it was a very laid back, easy job for the most part. Ran into celebrities. That's where I had my run in. Yeah,
you're like Matt Damon in Good Will Hunting. He could be a janitor anywhere, but he's a janitor at MIT. Yeah, you know, so he could be around that stuff. You wanted to be around those brainless celebrities, you know, and see if you can be a part of it, get a whiff of it.
Yeah,
well, I think so. I think that's what it was.
The drive was nice, but you could get slammed with traffic so many different ways.
It's insane. I hate
just
it.
me driving my Escort station wagon stick shift through the Malibu canyons, commuting. I did have the eventually the timing belt went out on a canyon road, which was a fun thing to deal with. That was the car where I bought it for $800, drove it from Pennsylvania out to California. I negotiated down from $900. Got it for $800.
You gotta let people
got it for $800. Drove it from Pennsylvania out to LA. Used it for probably 3.5 years. Was driving that as my regular driving car. It's a great car.
This
for the
was
most
1972. This story.
No,
this sounds like
this is like 2000, 2005.
When you drove that car out to California, where did you sleep the first night?
Oh, just at like a roadside hotel.
No. Once you were living in LA, where were you living?
Oh, when I moved to LA, I didn't know anyone, so I just checked into the youth hostel in Hollywood Boulevard.
Yes.
This is for CJ.
I lived in
that is the wild ass place. That is the wildest hostel
I know. I walked by that
I've
hostel.
ever seen.
Walked by there this morning.
It's right next to Jimmy Kimmel Live, where he tapes his show. There used to be a segment where Jimmy Kimmel Live would like run in from the outside, and I would sit out there, watch him run in, and then go hang out. It was, if you've never stayed in a hostel, it's a seedy hotel with roommates.
Yeah. Roommates
so it just
that are all
me
smoking European cigarettes. And shit.
Well, that's how I got introduced to snooze, because I had 3 Swedish roommates, and they like, "Do you want a snooze?" And I'm like, "What's this?" Put it in the top of my mouth, and it was awesome. So ahead of my time.
No, that Hostel is famous. There used to be a comedy show there that you had to do, and it was terrible.
It was very bad.
But like you just have to do it though. It was like part of like the initiation, and it's like no one spoke English. They just stared at you, but you did it, and it suffered through. Yeah, I walked by there this morning. That's my morning walk, and I can see it. So how many nights did you stay at that hostel?
Couple of weeks.
I mean, I'll tell a story from the outside. So I worked in what used to be the TV Guide building for a long time, which is across from the Chinese theater.
Yep.
And which was kind of another like wild spot to be working. The movie premieres were always going on there. But we would park at the mall across the street. And so we'd come in. And in the mornings, there's no tourists. It's just like the seedy guys getting dressed as Spider-Man.
Right.
And homeless people.
Yeah.
And this guy used to camp out he would dress as a NASCAR guy and then Superman. You might actually know him. He was the guy who had the Polaroid camera. There was one Superman who had his own Polaroid camera. Yeah. Anyway, that guy slept on the front steps of the El Capitan, the Jimmy Kimmel Theater Sean was just talking about. And I remember one morning I crossed the crosswalk right there, going to work, and I see this kind of pack of tourists, and it was odd because it was early in the morning. They were looking at this guy who was in his sleeping bag, clearly jerking off. Right. And they're sitting there. There's like a pack of like 6 people just being like, what's going on here with this zoo animal?
Yeah.
Anyway, so the Superman who had his own Polaroid camera, if you've ever visited Hollywood, walk of shame or fame, and you've gotten a picture with a Superman who had his own Polaroid camera, that guy slept across the street and jerked off in his sleeping bag for tourists as well.
Yeah, I mean, you got everyone,
now you know.
Everyone has their kryptonite.
Oh, well done, CJ. That's professional, right there.
Nailed it.
That's a professional situation.
Real quickly, one time I had a buddy out of town. They always want to go to In-N-Out or something. It's same exact In-N-Out,
right area,
right there in Orange. In Hollywood. Everyone that you'll see that your Jennifer Lawrence is there after the Oscars doing a photo op at the In-N-Out at that In-N-Out. But we were walking there literally, and my buddy's explaining now what is animal style like that. And as soon as he said that, there was a homeless guy jerking off in his whatever, like sleeping bag, like vision. I'm like, there it is. That's animal style right there. It was like right on cue. Like it was the perfect Hollywood introduction.
I mean that area of Hollywood. I worked there for 3 years right out of college. The Powerhouse. It was Powerhouse. Right?
Yeah.
A lot of dive bar. It was kind of like Hollywood was not what you expect.
Yeah,
it was like a bunch of dive bars.
It's grimy, yeah, for sure.
It still kind of is grimy.
Absolutely. Frolic Room's still one of the best dive bars.
Oh yeah, there you go. Sean?
Yes. No, I'm catching up with the chat.
I wanted to make sure CJ knew that you lived in the hostel. Anyway, you want to finish your car
an amazing
story.
origin story. Well, finish the car story.
If you want to finish the car story, because for those who lived with Sean or knew Sean while he had this car, it's fun. The fond memories Sean's having of this car are very fun.
What, the Ford Escort station wagon?
Is this revisionist history with this car?
For the most part, that one, the Jet I had afterwards was worse. That thing was like a real lemon.
That is
like
also true. So maybe you're
so
doing
in my
comparison.
mind, and in comparison, the '91 Ford Escort station wagon was a better ride in a lot of ways than the '90 whatever Jetta that I owned after. Now the Ford Escort station wagon met a tragic end. I was filling up gas. Now this is after I'd replaced the timing belt, etc. From the in Malibu accident. I'm filling up in North Hollywood, and I just hear this like a pop.
Yeah.
And I look down underneath, and I'd filled up the gas tank. The gas tank just bursted open.
What?
So there's just gas everywhere.
I wish
you blew a tank.
Yes, blew the gas tank. And here's what I did: I locked the car. I walked home. And I just left it there.
Wiped their hands.
Really?
Blackjack dealer style.
I just walked away.
It never came up.
Oh, it came up. There was a lot of calls, emails. They eventually sent a collection person to the house that I had to pay like $300
the tow
they had already towed it to.
But that's what they were collecting.
But basically collecting on the whatever sort of fee for the. I had to pay $300 to give the salvage yard my title to make it go away, and they strong armed me into it. So that was the end of the car.
That's
I mean,
it's a great run though.
For anyone who was around back in those days, and And maybe I think you'll be going to the football game, maybe with someone who can vouch for this. Maybe we'll get some. I'll write up some questions. You know what? I'm going to text Pintandy.
Great.
But what I'd say, one of Sean's greatest flaws was the gap between his ability as a mechanic in perception and reality. And so I think a lot of the DIY jobs turned into very, very angry. Because we had a garage and there was room to like kind of pull your car back there. It was also where people hung out. And so it's just like people hanging out, smoking a hookah, Sean screaming fuck,
slamming a wrench onto a gas tank.
He has the wrong
where I got in over my head was,
I don't even know why I have these memories. I don't remember.
Great.
So there was I was driving on the 101, a rock kicked up and I hear it like hit, and I like go to roll the window down to see what it is, and like rolling the window down, the rock grinded up the gears of the power window. So I
like
just bought
bullet style.
Yeah, it was just an all-time perfect shot. So I go, okay, I can pop the door off, I can replace the power window. And no, I couldn't. So I was the guy driving around with a lot of time. If it was raining, I would just put like a towel over the.
That's just a crazy thing to think you could fix.
I thought I could figure it out.
Like that.
This city gives us so many metaphors and signs to turn around and get out of here.
LA is the worst city to have like your car break down or have to get towed. Because like the towing racket in LA is crazy. Yeah,
I mean it's a field day.
You go 2 blocks this way, you're getting a tow truck that's taking you 10 miles that way. You go a little bit south, you're going down to like
and they swarm around like cabs. They're waiting for you to break down. They look up, they pull up to you. Oh, I see. I got a body shop. I see you got a scratch there. If you want me to pull over, I'm like, what operation are we doing here? You gonna sell me speakers too out of your van?
I mean, kind of. Yeah, that's the vibe. All right. Sean.
Yes.
Enough chit chat.
Well, you're the one that kept getting sidetracked.
I smell a Patreon episode.
Yeah. Me in Hollywood or starting out in LA. There's probably something there. Yeah.
Well, and then like the context for me too is I worked there for 3 years, so I saw people come and go from that hostel.
Right.
It would always be like you'd see these bubbly, attractive girls like dragging their suitcase, and it's like, oh my god, they're gonna stay in the fucking hostel.
No idea what they're getting
into.
And
then you see them 30 days later, and it's like, oh, all right, they've already entertained the idea of stripping. Interesting. This is how it goes. And then
right.
And then some of them you'd see 30 days later dragging a suitcase going back to the airport.
It's like a Poison video or something like that. Did you have to fake an accent, Sean, at this
No, I was the only one who. I would say I was the only one that was not selling my body where English was my first language.
Okay.
It was a lot of visiting tourists, like CJ said.
Well, it sure is. Right? I mean, because it's definitely more common in Europe, whatever hostels and common, whatever shared bathrooms, all that kind of thing. Here it is not.
No.
It is nothing but grime scumbag down.
Shout out to Japan, who sells cars, which is fun.
Yeah.
He says on test drives, when people ask, "Did you hear that?" I always say, "Nah, I didn't hear anything."
Keeps it easier.
Hashtag DegensOnly.
No, what are you talking about, man? Yeah, always check the AC, the heat, the power windows, all that stuff before you buy a car. I'm sure Japan would never steer anyone wrong, pun intended. All right, we got a lot of props to get to. We got our ladders. We got some Degen-only plays, and bonus, this is another like quick Hollywood story.
Wow. All right. And I'm the one who's dragging
someone reached out to us. They were making a movie called Pickleheads. I think is the correct movie, CJ.
Yeah, Pickleheads.
It's a comedy. Its premise is
it's like Dodgeball meets Pickleball. The movie Dodgeball.
Great log line there.
Right.
Very fun, over the top. They asked, "Hey, would you guys be interested in being commentators for this movie?" There's like a small little scene where the character has a fall from grace and we're playing ourselves, commenting on it. Hey, can you believe this happened?
Right.
Use it for a couple seconds.
We did some scenes. A lot of it got cut on editing the floor apparently, but
I did. The note back was glad to see you guys had a lot of fun, which is we're not Hollywood code for we're not going to use that.
Yeah, we don't need any of this, but all right.
The takeaway is for our 10-second cameo, we got $250, which I think would be fun to put on a group future bet. So
a pickle prop.
and I'll cut a little video shouting them out. We'll put it in a paper ticket over at Circus. So maybe we decide at the end of the episode. Maybe it's a future. Maybe it's a anytime touchdown for this week. Maybe we finish thinking on it in VSiN, or maybe listeners send in your ideas.
I think we definitely wait to decide until we're sitting at Saginaw's looking at the sheet, because that's where we found the Jordan Love prop and the Marvin Harrison
and
prop.
Colston Loveland 2 touchdowns. Where
true,
if you recall, I was debating: do I play that anytime? Do I play that 2 touchdowns? And
we sit at the same table every time now too, so
it is it's
a thinking table.
You get a lot of thinking done there. All right, Kramer, what's your first prop for NFL Week 10?
I was shocked, Sean, when I saw this price. We saw a little bit of what Drake May is going to look like last week at home against the Falcons, where I think he's still going to make great plays. He's going to look like a great quarterback, but he's also going to have moments where he's holding onto the ball too long and he's either getting hit or making ill-advised throws into tight windows. His interception price is plus 120.
Really?
So they're not catching up. This feels like the kind of prop when we're talking on the pregame show on Sunday that he's like minus 110. I like this one. I think if Atlanta does anything well, it's they get after the passer and they have the ability to swarm and they have some speed on defense. So I like the idea that they get an interception here. Drake May throws a pick, and I think I'm just bundling Drake May and Daniel Jones a little bit right now in terms of the transition back to non-elite. So yeah, I think Atlanta has some success. Or sorry, Tampa. I said Atlanta twice. Tampa. The whole time I'm talking about Todd Bowles' defense.
You're locked in.
Who's the play? Is it May or Jones?
Drake May.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh no, I say I'm bundling in with Jones in terms of the demise.
All right.
And you're getting and if you wanted to play Daniel Jones, he's at minus 115. So you may be getting a discount there.
But he's not plus.
No, that's why I settled on Drake May.
Todd Bowles does a very good job against youngish quarterbacks and mobile quarterbacks, or quarterbacks who need their legs, which Drake May does seem to qualify for both those. Also, there's been some issues with that Pats offensive line. I know Pats fans were loving Will Campbell. Then he let up 5 sacks against Garrett. The Falcons were getting to him, generating turnovers. So yeah, I think that continues. I'll stay in that game, Ryan. I'll go to the offensive side. Our good buddy, you know him, you love him, is in store for a big game. 67.5 receiving yards, way too low. You can throw on this Pats team. Drake London had an awesome game, even with Michael Penix kind of struggling. New England's great at stopping the run, but you can hit them deep. You can attack them. I don't think Godwin's playing. I don't know if he's officially ruled out. I would be shocked.
He's out.
Okay.
I mean, they haven't said out, but he's not practiced, and it sounds him and Bucky Irving. I would both expect to.
And then we talked about it on the pick show, but there's this weird stuff going around with Christian Gonzalez. Will he play or not? CJ was joking. He hates to be cleared for action.
Nothing worse.
So I think if Gonzalez isn't out there, you saw how bad that Pats back end was without him earlier in the season.
Well, and real quick, Sean, if maybe someone didn't listen to the NFL pick show yet,
sure,
he has one of the strangest injury designations that I've ever seen. And again, I very much look at practice reports and injury reports every week for years. I've never seen someone listed as, I don't want to get this wrong. Let me get the exact game day concussion protocol is his injury. Now he was a full participant, but like we were speculating in the office, it feels, and I said on the show too, but it feels like the team is pushing the chips in and putting the move in.
They're trying to get him to play, and he seems reluctant.
So what happened was he left the game with a concussion, or he left the game having to be investigated for a concussion. He cleared protocol, and yet they're still listing him on the report this week.
Right,
game day concussion protocol.
So he's got like a future concussion. He doesn't have it now. Sean, come game day, I might not.
What I think is
Sean speculated the correct answer.
What I think is they ask you questions. Right. Hey, CJ, how does it? Are bright lights bothering you? Yeah. Do you have any headaches?
Yep. Sure.
Stuff that NFL players that are wanting to play probably go, no, I'm feeling great. Christian Gonzalez maybe is saying, I don't know, head hurts a little bit.
Yeah.
And then they have to be cleared by the independent neuro transmodulation.
What city are you in? You say Wednesday.
Yeah.
If you fall asleep past us, he hates being cleared to play.
Bob, you're Bob Huggins, so you're answering honestly there, but he doesn't know what cities he's
I'm
in.
in Cincinnati, Pittsburgh.
He had a liquid concussion, as they call him. But yeah, I think there's a good chance he doesn't play. Just the weirdness of this leading up to the game. CJ, what's a prop for the people?
Well, that's a great prop. I think Tampa Bay passing game will have a big
Yeah, there's a lot of ways to attack it too.
Absolutely. I couldn't find a Tez Johnson number, but keep an eye out for that maybe possible VSiN spoiler, especially with Godwin out there. I'll go with your interceptions there just to back off that because I know this was my substitution for it. And it's a -135, which is not a good number, of course, but this is going to feel so good when it hits.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I think that's fine. You're less than -150.
Yeah.
Fair enough. This is going to be satisfying. And that is, I'm going to fade number 9, which is the alias for JJ McCarthy.
Oh no.
Oh, Brian, we forgot to talk about that
Ducking cover.
on the pick show. Yeah, he has an alternate ego called 9 or CJ. Yeah,
No, share with this.
It's a viral clip, of him being a demon of pumping up his team, and he looks like a theater kid acting as like some ridiculous quarterback, and he calls his alter ego number 9 that he gets into.
9.
He's like, maybe sometimes I only need a 3, like talking himself up. Like, is this a Stranger Things thing? I don't even understand what he's talking about, but I hate him so much. And I think we're big on Baltimore and there's defense, and like the whole vibe of him, of them welcoming him into the locker room after last week's win, like it was a bridal reception or something. Like he's like a groomsman coming in, and they're stepping on the grave of Carson Wentz,
right there, the Nordic god
body. Right.
They should have given him a Viking funeral because he literally died on his shield out there.
And they're like, no one wants to touch grass more than this guy, JJ. Like all the things you've been through.
Do you remember? It was weird to me because I was sensing a dynamic of Kevin O'Connell going out of his way to hype up JJ McCarthy to the team.
Yeah.
Last time this guy was on the field, we were number 1 in the NFC North. And you know what? Now we got another victory in the NFC North. Like clearly data framing the most positive stuff you could about JJ McCarthy. Crazy.
This crash is going to be amazing. Interception, JJ McCarthy.
Yes. Love it. Love it. Kramer?
I love that. And it's like, it is weird how much everyone is babying this
They're
guy.
such a baby. It's insane.
The fans are babying him, the coaching staff. I kind of bought into the idea that everyone is bought into him.
Yeah, I was in that too, but watching that clip, it kind of made me think, now maybe it was the cameras and maybe that's who he was selling it to, but it did feel like there was a sell job going on somewhere.
You're gonna accuse me of somehow crowbarring in Jackson Dart, but
cash it.
You're right. It doesn't seem organic with JJ McCarthy.
Right. Dart's definitely organic. He's people rally around him. JJ, it's like, all right, now it's like you can tell for that
action.
clip. Right. You can tell that clip. All right, now he's gonna come in a little bit. All right. Now we're gonna say he's gonna
have a wedding planner.
Yeah, we're gonna have him pump you guys up. All right. He's gonna go in his demon mode. Number 9.
We all know what it is. Right. We love it.
Just go with it. We really, really like it. It gets you excited.
It's like when Jordan showed up to that underdog shoot.
Yeah.
All right, let's pretend like we're rolling and action.
That was the funniest.
Oh, my
that
God.
they shot all this stuff of her acting that they had no intention of using. And that gives you an insight into Hollywood. If that's what they're doing for Bill Belichick,
oh my God,
a retired
Great
NFL
point.
coach for a commercial. Imagine what they're doing for legit stars,
for pickleball stars.
Yeah, for Tom Cruise or whatever. That gives you the mindset. Instead of telling her to fuck off, they go, "Oh, we'll just waste all this time."
It's adult kindergarten.
Yeah.
The whole damn city's adult kindergarten. The whole industry is. I mean,
how many young ladies would you like? I'll be right back.
Kramer,
my turn.
Yeah.
All right. So I've been saying this. Occasionally you're plowing through the coaches' transcripts and you come across some stuff where it's like, okay. And so going into the bye, we heard the coaches in Cleveland talk about Jerry Jeudy. They changed play callers to Tommy Rees. You hear Stefanski then talk more about how, part of this change is about getting Jerry Jeudy more involved. You hear Tommy Rees talking about Jerry Jeudy needs to be more involved in this offense. You're now going against the Jets team that have a very thin secondary. They got rid of Sauce. They also got rid of another defensive back to the Eagles a couple days previous. Jerry Jeudy's 3.5 receptions total is at 3.5, and it's plus 110 to the over. That's how we're playing this. I think we're getting early action, design stuff early, quick stuff early, screen even maybe or two. They're getting Jerry Jeudy the ball this week. Now, secondary guy I would smash. FYI, Fannin maybe at risk to miss this game, and Njoku being celebrating the fact that he's back in Cleveland.
I love it here. He was going nuts.
I would say but yeah. So this was stronger though because like Tommy Rees, like serious face. Jerry Jeudy needs to get.
And shout out for not mentioning the Sauce Gardner trade as a handicap now because it is insignificant. I think you're right. They're getting Jeudy the ball.
I don't think it matters.
That's what I mean.
But they all
you full
in
credit
addition,
for that.
in addition to that, and again, what's the kid that Carter is it that the Eagles picked up from the Jets? It's not just one cornerback they got rid of. So
sure, 100%.
All right, we got a lot of props to give out, and of course, if you're getting down on some props, head over to mybookie.ag. Use that promo code SGPN. Get a 100% bet back bonus up to $500. Love the prop builder over on mybookie.ag. Just hit that little SGP button. Great for ladders. Great for putting in some degen stuff if you so dabble. Again, it's really fun, and every time you log in, you get to see who won the 50-50 raffle. Shout out to Tyler and Chad. $1,600 was awarded to each.
They taunt us every time.
I wish they would remind me as much about that as they do about the rake back that they do as much the 50-50 winner.
Go to MyBookie. Hit the MyBookie Plus. The rake back happens once a week.
Claiming my rake back right now, live on the air.
You're in there,
Kramer. Tell people what your rake back is. Mine is 3 days and 15 hours away.
It's kind of a private.
It is private.
Lets people know how much I've been playing the slots.
Really?
$56.12.
Oh wow! Okay, that is a lot of slot.
All right, here's what happens. Full disclosure: I get the email about some free spins. I go in there and then they just upsell me on, I'll buy a packet. Cause what you can do is you can buy the bonus.
Yeah.
So you can gamble.
Oh.
You can say, I want to buy the bonus and you buy it for a certain amount. And it's like, well, obviously they're selling it for like
plus
above
EV opportunity.
But so I'll do that a little bit. I've had some good runs. Oh. I've extracted some BTC lightning fast.
There you go. MyBookie.ag, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by NoVig. Nobody hates Vig as much as me. Kramer being a made guy, he likes the Vig. Everyone gets a taste. Not over on NoVig where you spend $5, you get $50. Use a promo code SGPN. Available in a ton of states with just great prices because it's a prediction market. You're getting some great numbers here. Very easy to get down. Texas, Florida, Pennsylvania, a lot of states have the NoVig app available. Use our promo code SGPN. Spend $5, get $50. Promo code SGPN. Okay, we left off. Kramer was making a case for Jerry Jeudy, and I'll make a similar case logically.
If you liked him, would you take receptions or yards? Yards are, I think, 37, 38.5. 3.5 at plus money on the over.
Yeah, I would go yards, but I don't like Jerry Jeudy.
Fair enough.
No, to me, it's just I worry about how many passes Dylan Gabriel is going to complete, and I think Judkins is going to have a massive game. But I see the case, and I also, when a coach goes out of his way to say they're going to give this guy a bunch of targets, I'm always involved in that. This one, you could make a similar critique, and this is why I'm going on this prop, because you could throw similar logic on this prop. I'm taking Devon Vele over 17.5 receiving yards. They keep hyping up in this past week about they got to get this guy going. He's going to have a much bigger role. Even Tyler Shuck is saying it. Kramer, we're probably going to be on the Panthers in Survivor, but is his over under receiving yards is 17.5.
Here's the quote from Shuck.
Yeah.
He's going to have a big opportunity. The coaches want to have a big opportunity for him. I want to have a big opportunity for him. I think he's going to have a big opportunity.
And we mentioned on the prop show, what they gave up for Devon Vele was almost as much as what they got for Rashid Shaheed, which is kind of crazy. And you look, I didn't think Devon Vele was that bad for the Broncos. I was kind of surprised they moved on from him. I guess they liked what they got, but you look at some of the stuff he did for the Broncos when he was getting like a decent amount of targets, 80-yard game, 78-yard game, 66, 50, 39, 39. Like he was getting involved, and all his good receiving games have been with the Broncos. He has not hit yet with the Saints, but with Shaheed out, 17.5 receiving yards, that to me feels super, super low. And he's a guy that can get a deep ball too. So
no, I like that.
Thank you.
It's not how I played it.
Okay. Or you're also playing Vele. You're playing the,
of course I'm playing Vele. They talked about him as much as the Judy conversation. I think there's just as many risks, but let's just say he does fill in the Shaheed role.
Yeah.
Well, what does that mean he's going to be doing? Running routes down the field. 11.5 yards is his longest reception.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm playing over 11.5 yards for Vele's longest reception for me.
Obviously I like both. CJ.
Yeah, those are great quotes. We hope he has a great opportunity as well. Chuck, does that mean another quarterback will be playing?
Yeah,
well, there is that.
It does involve Tyler Shuck.
Right.
That's why I did his catch prop was 1.5, and the over was crazy juice, like -190. I think he could get 2 catches, but I would rather just take the yards because I do think his one completion could be 15, 20 yards down the field. Like so maybe it is better to play the longest, but I'll just stick with
that sounds like a great counter correlated part. Under 1.5, over longest 11, over the yards.
Yeah.
Can we sneak that in there?
I might have to build that.
That sounds buildable. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about more reality in that Saints game and Tyler Shuck.
What does that mean?
That means Juwan Johnson is back in the mix here. Dog. I mean, and
they have that. They have chemistry. They played together in Oregon in 2019.
Dennis Quaid, the 39-year-old rookie here, Tyler Shuck, and they were teammates, which is insane.
Yeah,
that this happened.
Shuck being Justin Herbert's backup in college and Shuck being a rookie. I mean, Justin Herbert is into his second contract like crazy.
The last 3 weeks, he's averaged 5 catches and 50 yards. He has 19 targets in the last 3 games after having a couple of off weeks there. And it's because of the resurgence maybe of Shuck. Now the Carolina Panthers have given up 60 yards a game to the tight end and over 11.5 yards per catch. Not quite the Bengals, but they are pretty bad against the tight end. Juwan Johnson, of course, will have to be Shuck's safety blanket with no known receivers other than Olave. You can attack this either way. His catches are 3.5. His yardage is 40.5. I'm gonna go with receptions. Actually, over 3.5.
Right. Okay.
I think he hits the yards as well. But just in case, I'll go over 3.5 receptions. Juwan Johnson.
Yeah, no, I think there's some easy. I mean, the numbers are comically low, and as much as I do like Carolina laying the number for Survivor, and there certainly is a world where Carolina gets up, Saints can't stop the run. Dowdle has a big game, and then Shuck is just in garbage time, dinking and dunking to these guys and racking it up. Speaking of pounding the rock, this guy's coming off a 176-yard game. I don't think he'll get 176, but I do think he will smash his over 40.5 rushing yards. Kyle Monungai. First off, this dude's a beast. He's running incredibly hard.
7th round pick.
Yeah,
had a good game.
He did.
Let's not get. Let's relax a little.
And he's going up against
over your skis.
The worst rushing defense in the league. Sure, DeAndre Swift's coming back, but I think the market's way too optimistic. If I'm Ben Johnson, I am giving Kyle Monungai the ball early and often. Bears are second in yards before contact. Their offensive line is run blocking incredibly well. Kyle Monungai had 58 rushing yards over expectation in week 9. This guy is he's running for his life.
Exactly. Overrated.
I think this is just an incredible spot. We've seen the Ben Johnson offense support 2 running backs who rack up a bunch of yards. So this is a good spot against a defense where, hey, maybe there is weather. Maybe they are playing with the lead. I think there's a lot of ways this gets home. Monungai 40.5 rushing yards, way too short.
Now, Ryan, I see your pushback there. You understand what high school he went to, though, right?
He's a Jersey kid, right?
Damn right, he's a Jersey kid. Not only did he go to Rutgers, but he's from Don Bosco.
Don Bosco prep zone.
Well, you know who's playing there right now? Joe Shane's kid.
Yes.
That's why he's scrapping so hard to keep the job.
I mean, I would think he would at least defend. I get they're playing the Giants this week, but so he knows the snow this week, so I like that play.
Private school.
And the last time he played with Swift against a team with not a great rush defense, he had 13-81 against the Saints at home, and Swift even had 124 in that game as well. So the idea that DeAndre Swift is going to take away all his workload is crazy to me. And even if Kramer's right and the Giants make this a game, then they're not gonna. They need to run more. Then I just don't see a world where he doesn't get 12 carries.
I wouldn't look into Ben Johnson's numbers as an offensive coordinator when it's below freezing. I wouldn't do that.
I won't. Kyle Monungai from the East Coast, Don Bosco zone. CJ, what do you got?
I'll go to running back who has not been performing well this year, but we mentioned someone that was traded that might help him out.
Oh yes.
Rashid Shaheed was the big move going to Seattle. What I think that everyone's talking about how that's going to actually help the running game for Seattle, as they will now be able to soften the boxes, have someone to stretch out wide, finally someone to go with JSN. They just when you can get both vertical lanes there, you have to drop a safety back. You know, Kubiak wants to run the ball. They hate that they haven't been able to run the ball consistently, and this is, I think, part of the reasons why getting Shaheed over this offense is to do that. It's to stretch it out to get them more balance. So Kenneth Walker, I'm looking at a measly 51.5 rushing yards here in a game against Arizona, which they will be winning since I have them in Survivor, and I know you guys. I know you guys are all on Arizona. There's system plays. And the system is that people are talking about Seattle. That was the system.
please.
It's a scientific system.
Yeah, I was like, I like to know the system. What's the system? He goes, people are talking about how good they are. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
They're very much a hype team right now. That is correct.
And good luck to your Carolina Panthers. I hope we both get through. An amazing job Carolina has done being 5-4 and not being favored in any one of those single games. Has that ever been done before?
It's crazy that Carolina, their record is a favorite, which certainly is a little scary. Taking
are they a favorite this week, Carolina?
Yes.
How are they in that position?
0-10.
Are they very comfortable in that position?
0-10 run, ATS and straight up.
Okay.
But Tyler Shuck second start.
They're due.
They're due. They are. I think they kind of are. Kramer, I've given out 3 props. Where are you at?
I've also given out 3 props.
Yep.
Okay, I'll give out a 4th here. International.
Oh wow.
Colts, second most receiving yards allowed to a tight end. This guy's had 26 targets the last 3 games. Kyle Pitts over 46.5 receiving.
My mic used to get turned off when I would bring up his name on this show.
It's a different year. People are over their Kyle Pitts hate.
Maybe you're over it.
Yeah. I mean, Euro, no pun intended there.
Yeah, there you go. He's
I hate domestic Kyle Pitts. European Kyle Pitts, completely different.
He is a European style player. 100%. Sure. He's absolutely.
Yeah, he falls down a lot. Trips over his own feet.
Yeah, for sure.
This is a Kyle Pitts system play. Yeah. Kramer, what's the prop for the folks?
Trevor Lawrence rushing yards, 14.5. He's gone over this number 3 of the last 4 games. They don't have a ton of receivers this week. There's going to be some pressure. I certainly think part of the game plan is going to be tuck and run. He had 9 carries last week. It was like clearly when the receivers were going out, coaching was telling him like, "Hey man, don't be afraid to just get it going." Especially with the pressure. He did have a 2 touchdown game. His second 2 touchdown game of the year. Fun fact: those 2 touchdown games came with 9 and 10 carries. And yeah, I do think they're 100%, in this mode where they think they're trying to win right now. They're acquiring players. It sounds like Jacoby Myers is going to play, but not be fully involved. So yeah,
could this be the Tim Patrick game, Ryan?
We love Tim Patrick. Whoever is going to be out there is going to be getting the ball. I think the tight ends will be involved. I think in a perfect world, I think they're going to be looking to establish the run and be working some play action. I think Myers is going to be more involved than the average fantasy nerd thinks. He's a professional receiver. He'll figure it out.
Parker Washington's playing,
and Parker
right?
Washington's been fine. I don't know why. I don't understand.
He's their number one.
I don't understand why people are acting like. I mean, the issue with the team is that the play calling is interesting sometimes, and Trevor Lawrence is just out of control.
What's up, Trevor?
Out of
control. We keep quoting the Bill O'Brien. What's up, Trevor?
He's just out. He makes just a bad throw like once every 8 to 9 throws, and you just have to hope it's not crippling.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. Is Tim Patrick playing this week? I think that's part of the problem. But yeah, I mean,
he's a full participant, but he is dealing with the groin injury.
Yeah, it sounded. Like
this actually could be the Johnny Munt game because Hunter Long's not playing and Quentin Morris is dealing with the groin.
Yeah,
Johnny Munt season first touchdown might have to play it.
Well,
stay tuned for the
that
show.
price. But yeah, Trevor Lawrence goes over the rushing number. 14.5.
CJ, you want to toss out another prop for the folks?
Sure, I'll stick with that game and just bow the heads, please. Sad news, of course, was yesterday in football. Now I was not here, and I know you guys gave out in my honor. You gave out
the apostrophe gang.
Told the apostrophe gang, a Commie Farbarn, of course, prop. He went on to kick 5 field goals.
I did predict a legacy game from him.
Yeah, I mean, he was on his pace. He actually missed one from distance, though. From distance, not exactly his fault. And then Stroud going out this week, divisional rival at home. He was lined up for about an 8-piece minimum this weekend. And all of a sudden he got hurt from kicking too many field goals, I imagine, is the only injury I can say. I know he wasn't lifting weights like some other kickers out there that like to put themselves out there. But anyway, the apostrophe gang is out. So in his honor, we will stick with that game. And I believe the kickers all look up to the apostrophe Commie. The new record-setting worldwide kicker, Cam Little for Jacksonville, who just kicked a 68-yard field goal.
He had some swag out there.
He did have some swag out there. And this game, of course, will be a rock fight. It looks like, I know it's a candidate for you guys for saying no touchdowns in this game, which I absolutely possibly. I don't think they adjusted the line enough. I think Jacksonville should be favored by 9.5 with the Farbarn news with the apostrophe out.
I said to Kramer, I've never moved a line because of a kicker.
Right.
But
it's possible. They're bringing a guy from the street.
MVP caliber kicker though, right?
Unbelievable.
Fairbairn is good.
I mean, he's first ballot Hall of Famer. Cam Little over 1.5 field goals made is -110 out of respect for the apostrophe. I mean, and the game sets out this way. Tough defense, and he's kicking field goals from his own 40-yard line for crying out loud.
CJ, perfect transition because I was going to stay away from this. I know this is your corner, but a listener hit me up in the DMs. My DMs are open. Ben Simon hit me up and said, "Do you realize over on both Caesars and Bet365, they have Houston Texans over 1.5 field goals available at like -105, close to even money. Now, some places have Matthew Wright, who's the Texans signed Matthew Wright to the practice squad. Now, basically, he will get elevated once they officially use Rule Farbarn out. It's going to happen next couple days. Matthew Wright, veteran kicker, been out there for 7 years, 87.5% field goal kicker. The Texans, if they get in the red zone, they love settling for field goals. I'm taking the Houston Texans over 1.5 field goals. Now, there are also other ways to play it. We could combine and take over 3.5 field goals for the game. That's also something I like, but this listener sent it in. I like the angle.
Well, my respect is not touching the Texans kicker alone until the apostrophe comes back.
I don't have that same.
Right.
I'm not staying away. I still think
that felt very disrespectful for you to say that.
He swoops right on in there after a breakup. Hey, do you mind if I give her a call here or something like that? Take her out for a little bit? No, you can't do that. That's why I went over to Jacksonville's kicker.
That felt very
completely separate for the honoring it, and I will not touch a Houston Texans kicker that is not the apostrophe.
I'm
very offensive.
I'd like to apologize on
my God. Thank God that was in your DMs, not mine, or someone who'd been reported for spam.
He even complimented you on the transition.
Right? Yeah. Like, you're gonna love this then. What? How am I gonna love this? Says you absolutely right. The body's not even cold.
Hopefully we can recover from here.
That was disgusting.
All right.
That is a disgusting act.
I'm a filthy pig who loves these kicking props.
God, you're like Charlie Kirk's wife, just going out there,
endorsing.
Yeah, I mean, doing the interviews and kissing with JD Vance and whatnot. I mean, my God.
Someone said the Panthers waited longer to announce Rico Dowdle. It's like a joke for just a very small subsection of internet users.
Widow, I should say, not wife. I mean,
all right,
we all mourn how we mourn.
Kramer, what are you doing?
We talked about this earlier in the week, but the Lamar Jackson's dominance over the NFC, averaging a ridiculous like 53 yards a game on the ground, going against the defense in Flores. That while they haven't played a ton of mobile quarterbacks, the ones that have moved around have gotten theirs on the ground, with the exception of Hurts, who maybe he's hurt. Who knows? Maybe they didn't need to run the ball against that in that Vikings game. But
yeah, they were throwing all over the place. Did you not watch his perfect passer rating? I don't care if it's range mate. I want people to know that Jalen Hurts is 15 passing touchdowns, 1 interception.
How many yards did he throw for?
This is a great fishing
326, I think.
Just dropped the worm in.
Right.
I mean, he's putting up MVP numbers. He won't get it because
100%. Now, what did JJ throw for?
Oh, like last game?
Yeah.
Oh, it was under 150.
Yeah, and that's what he's doing. That
143.
Yeah, he's doing that 9 character for after the throw for 150 yards. He's back.
14 to 25.
Yeah,
with an interception. He's a rookie quarterback making his 3rd start.
You know he's kind of douchey. I mean, I do want to like him. We spent some time with his dad.
We did hang out with his dad and got really drunk with him.
It seemed cool, but he does. Yeah, there's a little bit of like
cornball.
Virgin that hasn't experienced the world. Right. Everything's been perfect. He was like, did you have a sleepover with Harbaugh? And now it's all starting to make sense.
All right, we got some. Everyone give out their props, and we go to.
I've given out 5 props. I have Lamar 37.5 rushing yards over.
Yep.
Trevor Lawrence over 14.5 rushing yards. Vele over 11.5 longest reception. Judy over 3.5 catches, and Drake made to throw a pick.
Yeah, Abuka over 67.5 receiving yards. Manungai, a big boo. Kyle Manungai over 40.5 rushing yards. Devon Vele over 17.5 receiving yards. Kyle Pitts over 45.5 receiving yards, and the Houston Texans over 1.5 field goals made.
I have 4. I got to go with my field.
Yeah, what's your 5th, CJ?
Jesus.
To sum up, Cam Little over 1.5 field goals made. Juwan Johnson over 3.5 receptions. JJ to throw a pick. Kenneth Walker over 51.5 rushing yards. And the last one, Jamison Williams. In the Detroit Washington game there. Longest reception, 21.5 yards. We'll go with. We can go anything you want with Jameson. You know you want to force it to him. That Washington secondary, absolutely terrible. And this is definitely a get right spot. Detroit's just going to work on things, I think, out there. And going deep to Jameson is one of them they're going to want to do.
Yeah, I hope so.
You're going to light them up.
You'd hope
light them up. Hey, of course, we're also brought to you by Rhythm. The Rhythm is gonna betcha. Picks, props, so much more. They got it all. Download the Rhythm app today. Use the promo code SGPN. Of course, you start tracking some plays there, either using your model, Rhythm's model. You can win up to $1,000 each week. That's fun. And of course, if you sign up for the pro plan, you get 25% off with the promo code SGPN25. But it's really easy, really fun to use. You know, building the model. It's good to have data backing your projections here. Let's see. Let's some of the fun angles to take a look at here. All right. Yeah. Alec Pierce in the German game. Alec Pierce under 55.5 receiving yards. That is one of Rhythm's favorite plays. And of course you can help or you can build your own models over on Rhythm, put it together, download the Rhythm app today and use that promo code SGPN25. All right. Let's also give out a underdog fantasy pick'em entry here. You can win up to 5,000x, although that's quite the hell of a ticket you're putting together. But you can also win 3x. Just put together a couple plays, play $5, get $100 in bonus funds when you use our promo code SGPN.
I have a boost.
Oh, look at this guy boosted
40%. Look at me.
Yeah, the boosts are very fun. Nice little icing on the cake. CJ, what do you any thoughts on what to toss in here for the underdog entry?
Underdog entry. Well, let's see here. We could always go tight end. Maybe the very criticized and mocked by one. So we'll give you a redemption. How about Dalton Schultz?
Oh, okay.
I mean, the neck is back. He's going to have to rely on tight end there. And
the neck.
Daddy Long Neck, aka Davis Mills.
Davis Mills.
I was really
next man up was hilarious.
Yeah, someone tweeted out a photo. Next man up with his long neck photo. I was dying.
The yards we're doing.
He's got a Glennon Merton Hanks type neck, if you will.
Mike Glennon.
Yes.
So we're doing higher 34.5 receiving yards, CJ?
Yeah, I would say yards for sure.
Okay.
Or, I mean, what's his receptions? 4.5?
4.5. I feel like that's
I like yards.
Trappy.
I like yards.
Okay. Dalton Schultz higher 34.5 receiving yards. Kramer?
It is funny to see the rapidness to which people pulled out the long neck Davis Mills.
I know, it's hilarious.
And in the moment, I was fooled into thinking he was playing good football for a second there. So you faded JJ in the form of taking his interception.
Yeah.
Do we want to take his passing yards under? It's 209.5. He's not sniffed that.
Right. Yeah.
No. I mean, yes, and that I don't think
we
he's
like
gonna,
that.
Yes, we like that.
And look at the picture they use for him on Underdog.
I know. That's definitely a 4. That's not 9 for sure.
He is. Yeah, he's all. You taking right now? JJ McCarthy or Jackson Dart? Starting
JJ McCarthy.
Oh no, that is.
You start your team.
That is.
That's just a right.
That's a snap call.
That is a bad call. That's like taking Jalen Naylor over Justin Jefferson.
He asked me to re-rank the entire draft class. I think JJ's over May.
This is what CJ does. Kramer's just been every single conversation. Oh, would you take him over Jackson Dart? I'm just taking him over Jackson Dart.
I'm just sorry about like talking ball.
He's becoming their Jalen Brunson. Where like you ever see those news when they interview Knicks fans? Like, would you trade Jalen Brunson for like Giannis? No. Like Seth Curry? No. And then like there'd be something to think about, like possibly peak Jordan, maybe.
It's
it's very similar. I love it.
Mahomes is on top.
Yeah, Mahomes,
Jackson Dart, close second.
I mean, I was talking to Decker. We had a cordial conversation. We agreed Justin Herbert was ahead of Jackson Dart.
And he also agrees that Jalen Hurts is better than Justin Herbert.
No.
Yeah, he admitted it.
That's what he says when you're around. That's not what he says.
Yeah, there's
privately.
No way does he believe that. I'd be disappointed.
This is a man who,
as a Charger fan, I'd be disappointed if he didn't.
He doesn't respect wins at all. Come on, he's a Charger.
Yeah, that is true. I'm going with my boy, who I just can't. I think he's just going to have a huge game. Higher 67.5 receiving yards. CJ's on the Schultz 34.5 receiving yards. Kramer at the JJ McCarthy lower 209.5. $100 entry returns you 600 big ones over on Underdog Fantasy when you use our promo code SGPN. Underdog Fantasy promo code SGPN. Home stretch here. Get a little ladder. This one for me is easy. Mentioned him earlier. Kyle Monangai is going to go off.
Doing a rushing ladder.
70 plus rushing yards, plus 389. 80 rushing yards, which I already got a nice chunk of change on, plus 750. He had 176 last game. 90 plus 890, 113.80, 110, 20-1. But shop around. There are some juicy prices on Monangai because I don't think the
you don't think they're gonna play Swift?
Oh, I do, but going back to that game against the Saints where he had 80 and Swift had 126, I think the carries are going to be closer to even. I don't think even if he has less carry, he's getting 15 carries. I think 12 to 15, and I think he can break them. So
I think you're drastically disagreeing with the majority of like DFS projections and things like that.
Yeah, no, that's why I like it because I think there's some value. I don't think it's priced in to the market. And going back to that Saints game where DeAndre Swift did play, DeAndre Swift did have, what did he end up having? He had 19 carries for 124. Monangai still had 13 for 81. 81 yards is cashing you plus 750. So even if they both have 15, something like that, I think you can get to 80 yards again. Kramer, what's your ladder?
Fair. I mean, I think and I don't know if
I would just be surprised if he's 100%. He's coming back from a groin injury in cold weather. I don't know if he's going to get the workhorse role.
All right, so I'm playing. This is a little bit of a cheap. This is like I'm buying one of those expensive ladders. It's a real asshole move. It's not going to make you any better, and now you somehow have a $500 ladder in your garage. Because I'm going. I said this to you earlier, Sean. I feel, and just based on what has happened with the Dolphins this week, and the GM getting fired, and Mike McDaniel not getting fired, and they traded some pieces, and Ollie Gordon is hurt, and he's talking about how, you know, in his mind the fixes have to come through the running game and Devin Achane. So I'm taking his rushing yards is only 60. We're gonna ladder this up. We're gonna jump right to 80 plus 172. 90 plus 255 for him to have a 100-yard game against the Bills here, which he did last year. He had 96 earlier this year, is plus 370. We'll keep going. He's had 350-yard games in his career. 110 plus 520, 125 is plus 880, and we're going to the top with my expensive ladder. 17-1 for Achane to have 150 yards.
Yeah, didn't you just make fun of me for giving out a rushing yards ladder? Was that a different show? Okay,
that's a classy ladder for sure.
Yeah, this is a classy.
I mean, that's interior decorating ladder.
Not a shitty one. Disagrees with the entire market.
You're putting up chandeliers with that ladder.
And shout out to Japan, who always. He is. If you like photos of ladders, follow Japan on X, because he will tweet us Friday for the VSiN show, hyping up CJ.
He does.
Always great, classy ladder photos. Yeah. Very highlight of my.
He weekend. Does. He gets me pumped. I visualize it now. He gets the ladder every week. A new ladder put in my.
We need if Colby was into ladders, we'd have a good Twitter page.
And to your point, Kramer, the Bills have not been good at slowing down the.
I just think we've seen some teams really put Jahmyr Gibbs, Derrick Henry, Bijan. Like some teams have really put up, and he's also a big. He's arguably like the biggest boom bust running back in the league.
Did you consider doing total combined yards? Just because they're also not great against receiving running backs, and they like using Achane in the passing game. That would be my only.
I did not. My first glance was that because the 100.
I like both, but
the 100 combined yards is minus 125. So
it's not quite as fun. So you almost have to really ladder this. You have to have an opinion whether it's going to be rushing or receiving.
I'd rather play the rushing. I think that's the better matchup, if I'm being completely honest, against the Bills.
Yeah, no, I mean with Milano clearly just not.
If this game's going to get weird, it's going to get weird because the Dolphins' run game comes out and gives them an edge early, and we have to watch Josh Allen. Whoop.
Yeah.
No, you don't see it.
Oh, I hope it happens.
Humidity, that ball's gonna be slippery.
I hope it happens for Survivor's sake. They're just Bills own this Dolphins team.
Yeah.
CJ, can you grace us with a ladder?
I come in with a ladder. Of course, my ladders are in the shed. They're grungy. They're dirty. They're not gonna be putting up any nice interior lighting bulbs. That's for sure. But you guys will like this ladder because this comes from your Carolina Panthers, who will have a good game, I'm sure. We all know the Saints have the second weakest pass rush in the NFL. Bryce Young will have plenty of time back there, also giving his receivers plenty of time to develop their routes down the field.
Oh.
Now here's a ladder that we've tried before that failed out, and these are ones I like to come back to when everyone forgets about them. And
you're fallen ladders.
That's right. A fallen ladder. Pick that ladder back up because that is where the value is. Yeah, you dust it off, get it back up right. This is Jalen. Don't call me Larry Coker.
Oh yeah, love this already.
Of course, he missed the first 6 weeks of this season.
I love how we're addicted to Coker.
I mean, we are Coker heads for sure. You know, and then and his comeback was a fail, not great. You know, 37% snaps. He only had a couple targets, so everyone forgot about him. But last week, he did outsnap Xavier Legette.
Oh yeah, because Legette is really, I guess he sucks. He's just a cute character.
65%.
He is fun to root for, but
I love
he's not
Xavier. Right.
He's not consistent.
No,
you can say, and maybe he sucks at the very best. He's not consistent.
Absolutely. So yeah, outsnapped him. So he was second amongst Carolina receivers. on snaps last week. Of course, we all remember the end of last year when he had 82% of the snaps in his last 5 games and averaged over 14.5 yards per catch. The New Orleans Saints also allow 57% of their first downs via the pass, which is the 4th worst in the NFL. This Coke ladder, you can get a bag on the street for this to start off at 25 yards.
Yeah, that's all right. Jesus.
This is how you build a ladder.
Yeah.
We skip a few rungs. 50 yards is plus 322 here on DraftKings. 60 yards plus 517. 70 yards plus 830. 80 yards for Coker is plus 1340. Wait to see how 90 yards is 20-1. And let's just say the Carolina Panthers have a day that you boys think they're going to have 100 yards 30-1. And let's just say we go on a Coker bender all weekend. Go see the sun. See the sun come up. Call the dealer again to the point where the dealer is concerned for your well-being.
I'm interested,
but he's still dropping it off at 110 yards. 43-1 for Coker to get 110 yards.
So I wrote down a quote for him. Let me see. This is from Dave Canales, head coach. I'm expecting a big game from Jalen Coker at some point coming up. This is this week.
It's this week.
As he continues to show what he's doing out there. He looked great again, blocking, and looked fast out there. I like how he throw. Why do coaches always have to make their
right?
Yeah, he looked fast.
Blocking. And we all know Young does have a connection with him towards the end of last year, for sure.
He's got to get one of these other Panthers guys is going to get going. And maybe it's Ted McMillan's had some nice games, but nothing crazy.
Yeah, no,
one of these other number twos
had drops, and nothing wrong with Ted McMillan for sure. But when we were talking ladders, you want numbers. This is how you got to do it.
The second receiver angle is always
and you have to do it before it happens.
Okay, for my
#DegensOnly.
Again, danger. DegensOnly. We mentioned earlier how Devon Vele could be getting that Rashid Shaheed deep work. I do like the Panthers still in that game. You can create some decent reverse correlation. Vele to get 80 receiving yards, which he did last year with the Broncos in a game, and the Panthers laying the 5.5, 52-1. Let's go.
Wow.
Kramer, how's
just that?
Yep, just that. Keeping it simple. Because I was pissed from Monday night. I hit the two of the harder parts of the parlay. I hit Jacoby Brissett anytime touchdown. I hit Marvin Harrison 80 yards, and instead of a simple 50-1 at Arizona -9.5, I got greedy and took the Cardinals -13.5 at 95-1. So I'm dialing it back to a reasonable 52-1, a DGen play in and of its own self.
See, have CJ go first. I'm checking. I'm going to check on one thing real quick.
Right.
And CJ, you a shout out to you. But you gave out, I think it was 2 episodes ago, or maybe it was 3. The Bo Nix 4 TDs with
Bo Nix 4 TDs
with 2 Fannin touchdowns.
Oh my god!
Fannin got 1
early. I mean, he got it early,
and then that motherfucker, David Njoku
stole it. We're so proud he's still a Cleveland Brown, Njoku.
Almost a true 2x4 there.
Yes, that was a 2x4. This is just a 3 guys anytime touchdown.
Oh, those are fun.
These are fun. This is in that Buffalo Miami game. We also don't know that. Couldn't get any too many good numbers, but we don't know James Cook's status. Yeah, I don't care what his status is. Ray Davis anytime touchdown there. Against the worst rush defense in football, plus 240. They already said they want to get Ray Davis involved.
Yeah.
Game script could work out anyway. So Ray Davis plus 240. We'll start off right there. Go in the morning. I know you guys love the fact that Daniel Jones had 6 turnovers and he's finally been figured out and his whole career is going to fall apart.
I wouldn't say that far, but on that path, like made a right turn onto that path.
Ryan is definitely wishing it, but
one thing is a lock though. There will be a Falcons defensive touchdown in Germany in the morning. That's what Daniel Jones does.
Feels like something.
9 Daniel Jones 9.
Strangely
My
sexual.
France, I bet on the Colts.
Very strangely sexual.
My Lederhosen are all in a bunch now because Daniel Jones he throws the interception.
That's plus 500.
Hispanic in there.
A little Hispanic, a little. They're into the big BDSM out there. I know. So a lot of torture. Falcons plus 500. Ray Davis plus 240, and in that Washington-Detroit game where we said Detroit, we'll be just experimenting, throwing deep on that secondary. Anytime touchdown. How about our guy Isaac Tesla?
Oh, yes.
Who is a fantastic.
Love it. What's his price?
When's the last time he scored? It's been a little. It's
been a minute.
He's due.
Yeah, he is absolutely due. Plus 650 is his anytime right now.
They were giving him end zone. He had an end zone look, like a play design for him in that game against the Bucs.
Yep.
Monday night game.
So he's plus 650 anytime with the Falcons D and Ray Davis. Those three, that's it. Just 3 easy touchdowns. That's 152 to 1.
Oh so wait, just Falcons defense, Ray Davis, Tesla.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tesla, that's it. Defense and special teams.
Beautiful.
Tesla. Do we has anyone heard the pronunciation of that name?
No, I know, but why is the one S capitalized and the other like it seems like it's
there's a secret that we're not privy to, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a nationality thing or if it's just a typo, a different
could
kind
be a
of
typo.
phone.
Yeah, it could just be the typo. All right, I'm back. I did want to check on something because I got some bangers here. I will say we didn't get to it, and I don't know if I'm going to even use it for the Veasan show. But Devin Neal is 7-1 again. Kamara's very banged up. I know that Carolina's been good against the run, but I just want to bring awareness to that. All right, so here's I got two touchdown. I have basically two variations of the DGen parlay. Small and large. Would you like small first, Sean, or large first?
Yeah, work me up to the large.
Yeah, so an appetizer.
Devin Achan, we already talked about it. 2 touchdowns. I'll probably build some scaffolding. Yeah, it's only plus 420, which seemed very. When I saw that it was plus 420, it made me feel like I should play it. And then Rico Dowdle's banged up. Now they said he's going to be okay. He's going to play this weekend. They're playing against the Saints team that just had a historic amount of time of possession because they got their ass kicked. Blake Corum was out there a ton. What if Rico, whether he gets banged up, has to leave the game or not, game flow? What if they get a bunch of Chuba Hubbard action and he gets 2 touchdowns? That's 27 to 1. You put those two together, 144 to 1. Now, I wanted to bring a bigger one to the table, even though that's pretty good, 144 to 1, because I like the Chuba Hubbard angled so much that I wanted to put it with something that I think is even more ridiculous. Rachaad White is bad at the goal line. We've seen them use Sean Tucker. I definitely think they're going to want to move the ball through the air, but they have some injuries there as well. Sean Tucker to score 2 touchdowns is 50 to 1.
Wow.
You put Sean Tucker 2 touchdowns for the Bucs against the Patriots with Chuba Hubbard 2 touchdowns against the Saints, and you
2x4.
A 2x2.
That's a 2x2.
A 2x2, which by the way, people very upset with. How does Sean not get it? 1,000.
That's why I thought I'd do the Bo Nix example to help him, almost like kind of like
we'll get there one day. The craziest part
is a 2x8.
The craziest thing is I could probably pull a clip.
I'm breaking. I got to stay straight.
I could probably pull a clip, CJ, from a year or two ago, where we were actually giving out 2x4s that were 4 2-touchdown bets.
Right.
Anyway,
4 separate 2 touchdowns.
Chuba Hubbard, Sean Tucker, 2 touchdowns each, 1,427 to 1. I love that. Oh my god! Because
50 to 1 is Tucker for 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
The Patriots have not given up a running back more than 50.
Nope.
I don't know if you've heard that stat yet.
It's not
week,
yards though.
But I know. I'm just saying, my God, with that stat, which makes me want to play any Tampa Bay rushing over prop.
Baker,
just so that it ends.
Exactly.
I just got my hands on quarterback drawn pass interference metrics. Guess where Baker Mayfield is? Near the top. Little 1 yard line. McGillicuddy gets Sean Tucker in there,
or Baker.
I'll tell you what though. What I'm also going. This just came to me. I'm going to parlay the last touchdowns for these guys too.
God,
Tucker and Hubbard.
Definitely Hubbard.
You're definitely getting saucy.
Chuba last touchdown is like whoa.
I'm gonna have to shut your laptop down.
Whoa,
it's getting too hot over there.
Sorry, too much friction.
Hey, we got some Thursday night games to check out. Make sure you check out CJ at the Bottom Line Bombs. Also, the 3 Generates you, Kevin Bozeman, Hannibal Burris. Very fun. A lot of contest talk centered around the contest.
Contest talk and some
shenanigans.
And shenanigans.
Contest and shenanigans.
I saw Hannibal was sideways last week.
Yeah,
enjoyed that. Some orientation issues.
He was definitely back in Brooklyn. There was a radiator clanging in the background. A little different than his hotel in Saudi Arabia the week before, which was draped in gold. But hey, it makes for great content.
Yeah,
100%.
I hear they have a great sense of humor over there.
They got a great sense of bankroll. That's for sure.
Ka-ching. Hey, thank you everyone for tuning in as always. Check us out on Spotify, answering all the questions, comments over there. Toss us a 5-star review while you're over there. Appreciate it. And of course, as always,
thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean. Second the Money Green. He's Ryan.
Good luck, Sean, except for on your Monunge prop.
Kramer. Let it ride.